You have been told olive oil is a superfood, that it protects your heart, lowers inflammation, and helps you live longer. But what if I told you that drinking it at night could slow digestion, spike nighttime reflux by nearly 44%, and even disrupt your body's natural fat burning while you sleep? Weaken with Schroeder's Billy. Weaken Schroeder's band for bad burning. You after Spunsport Bow. Even for bad, even tools. Today I will uncover 6 surprising effects of drinking olive oil at night and show you the one way to use it that helps restore energy, digestion, and independence faster than you think. Stay with me, because the last one may be the biggest game changer. Quick question before we dive deeper. Have you ever been told olive oil at night helps with constipation, yes or no? Type yes, no in the comments. I'm curious how many of you got that advice. Why olive oil at night slows digestion. After 60. Now olive oil is healthy. No question about that. It's rich in monounsaturated fats and antioxidants. But here's the catch. Drinking pure olive oil at night requires your digestive system to work overtime at a time when it naturally slows down. Seniors often have delayed gastric emptying, meaning food stays longer in the stomach. Adding a heavy load of pure fat before bed can back things up even more. This is why many seniors who try this olive oil trick complain of waking up bloated, gassy, or even nauseous. One study found that late-night fat intake delays stomach emptying by up to 47 minutes longer in older adults compared to younger adults. That may not sound like much, but when you're lying down, it means more pressure on your esophagus and a much higher chance of reflux. Have you ever noticed acid reflux or burping after a heavy evening meal? Drop a yes in the comments if that sounds familiar. Another layer is bile flow. Olive oil stimulates bile release, which is necessary to digest fat, but many seniors already have sluggish gallbladders. If bile isn't released efficiently, the fat sits there, undigested, leading to discomfort, indigestion, and in some cases, loose stools the next morning. While olive oil at night can slow digestion, there's a time of day when olive oil works like medicine, speeding nutrient absorption and even lowering inflammation markers. We'll uncover that timing in a later section. 2. The hidden link between olive oil at night and nighttime reflux. Here's something few people realize. Reflux isn't just about spicy food, coffee, or lying down too soon after eating. For many seniors, it's about fat, and olive oil, though healthy, is still fat. And when you drink it at night, it can quietly trigger reflux while you sleep. Why? Let's break it down. When you consume fat, your stomach needs more time to process it. Unlike carbs, which move through in a couple of hours, fat can linger much longer. Studies show that fat-rich meals relax the lower esophageal sphincter. That's the little valve that normally keeps acid in your stomach where it belongs. Once that valve weakens or relaxes, acid splashes upward. Combine that with lying flat in bed, and you've got the perfect recipe for nighttime heartburn. Now here's where seniors are uniquely affected, and with age, stomach acid often decreases. It sounds like less acid should mean less reflux. Right, but it's the opposite. Low stomach acid allows food to sit longer, ferment, and create gas pressure. That pressure pushes acid upward, even if there's less of it. Add a few tablespoons of olive oil at night, and the delayed emptying magnifies the problem. If this is eye-opening, hit that subscribe button so YouTube reminds you when the next hidden trigger video comes out. Without it, you might miss a fix that could change your nights. You might be thinking, but olive oil is supposed to fight inflammation. That's true. But here's the surprising twist. Taken at the wrong time, it can fuel inflammation in your gut lining instead of calming it. And that's exactly what we'll explore in the next section. 3. Olive oil at night and inflammation. Friend or foe? We've all heard it. Olive oil is one of the healthiest anti-inflammatory foods on the planet. It's the crown jewel of the Mediterranean diet, often praised for lowering heart disease risk and extending lifespan. But here's the twist. The timing of when you take it could decide whether it calms or fuels inflammation in your body. Here's why. Olive oil is rich in oleic acid and polyphenols, compounds that reduce oxidative stress and lower inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP. But digestion is the gateway to whether those nutrients actually help or harm you. At night, your gut slows down. Blood flow shifts from digestion toward repair, detoxification, and brain cleanup. If you flood your gut with a large dose of fat right before bed, that fat sits longer, sometimes fermenting in the presence of undigested proteins and carbs. The byproduct? Gas, bloating, and endotoxins, substances that can irritate your gut lining. For seniors, this matters deeply. Chronic inflammation is at the root of arthritis pain, brain fog, blood sugar swings, and even muscle loss. So instead of waking up with less inflammation, you could actually wake up achier, more swollen and more fatigued, simply because of timing. If this resonates, give this video a like. It signals YouTube to spread this message to other seniors battling joint pain, who need answers. While nighttime olive oil can inflame your gut, there's a surprising way to pair it with certain foods that flips it back into an anti-inflammatory powerhouse. That food combo is coming in an upcoming section. 4. The surprising impact of olive oil at night on blood sugar and weight gain. Most people think fat has nothing to do with blood sugar. After all, it's carbs that spike glucose, right? True. But here's the hidden detail. When you consume fat at the wrong time, it slows your body's ability to manage blood sugar and can quietly contribute to weight gain, especially after 60. Here's how it works. Normally, when you eat during the day, your body uses incoming energy to fuel movement, thinking, and repair. But at night, your metabolism naturally slows down. Insulin sensitivity, the measure of how well your cells respond to insulin, drops significantly in the evening. That means your body is less efficient at using fuel. Now, add olive oil into the picture. Olive oil on its own doesn't spike blood sugar, but when it's consumed before bed, it slows stomach emptying, which can delay carbohydrate digestion from your dinner. This keeps blood sugar levels elevated longer into the night. Olive oil into the night. Research shows that older adults already experience impaired glucose tolerance at night, a polite way of saying their body struggles to manage sugar after dark. Pair that with extra fat and you've got the perfect storm for higher fasting glucose the next morning. For seniors, this isn't just about weight, it's about independence. Extra belly fat worsens insulin resistance, increases fall risk by shifting balance, and accelerates muscle loss. A ritual that seems harmless, like a tablespoon of olive oil before bed, can actually chip away at strength and stability over time. If this surprised you, hit subscribe. Without it, YouTube won't remind you when the next video on sneaky weight gain triggers goes live. But here's the shocker. While olive oil at night can raise morning blood sugar and taken at the right time of day, it can lower blood sugar and even protect against diabetes. That's exactly what we'll uncover in the next section. 5. Olive oil at night and sleep. Does it help or harm? Many seniors are told that a spoonful of olive oil before bed will help them sleep better. The logic sounds comforting. Fat slows digestion, creates satiety, and should, in theory, help you feel calm. But the reality is more complex, because what calms your stomach may not always calm your brain. Here's why. Sleep depends on a delicate balance of hormones. Melatonin rises at night to signal rest. Growth hormone pulses to repair muscles and tissues. Cortisol, your stress hormone, should drop to its lowest levels. But when you add late-night fat digestion into the mix, your body diverts resources toward processing food instead of prioritizing sleep repair. In fact, studies show that late-night fat intake increases nighttime cortisol levels by up to 20% in older adults. Higher cortisol means lighter sleep, more tossing and turning, and fewer minutes in deep restorative stages. This is why many people wake up groggy, even after sleeping 7-8 hours. There's also the reflux connection. As we discussed earlier, fat relaxes the lower esophageal sphincter. If olive oil pushes acid upward while you're lying down, your body may respond by waking you up, even subtly. Sometimes this feels like heartburn, but other times it's just a dry cough, restless legs, or the urge to change position constantly. 6. The right way to use olive oil for maximum benefit. After 60. At this point, you might be wondering, hold by, so should I stop taking olive oil completely? Absolutely not. Olive oil is still one of the most powerful health foods on the planet. The problem isn't the oil itself, it's the timing and the way you use it. Here's the truth. When taken during the day, especially earlier, olive oil can work like medicine. Studies from Mediterranean populations show that consuming olive oil at lunch improves nutrient absorption, alters markers of inflammation, and even enhances insulin sensitivity. Why? Because during the day, your body is primed for digestion. Stomach acid and bile flow are stronger. Pancreatic enzymes are more active, and blood sugar handling is more efficient. Harispids, how to use olive oil smartly after 60. Use it with food, not alone. Instead of drinking it straight, drizzle it over vegetables, salads, or protein. This slows absorption, just enough to enhance nutrient uptake without overwhelming digestion. Make it a midday ally. Adding olive oil at lunch can boost absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. These vitamins are crucial for bone health, vision, and immune support, areas where seniors need extra reinforcement. Pair it with anti-inflammatory foods. Olive oil combined with leafy greens, tomatoes, or fatty fish creates a synergy that reduces oxidative stress far more than the oil alone. Think Mediterranean plate, not nighttime shot glass. Mind the portion size. A tablespoon or 2 a day is plenty. More isn't better. It's just more work for your gallbladder and pancreas. Metaphor time, think of olive oil like sunshine. In the right amount and at the right time, it heals, energizes, and strengthens. But too much at the wrong time can burn. For seniors, this adjustment can be life-changing. Instead of waking up bloated or restless, you wake up energized. Instead of storing fat, you burn it efficiently. Instead of fueling reflux, you fuel independence. We've covered a lot today, so let's quickly recap. Olive oil is not the enemy. It's one of the healthiest oils in the world. But when you drink it at night, especially after 60, it can slow digestion, trigger reflux, fuel inflammation, raise morning blood sugar, and even fragment your sleep. That's why so many seniors wake up feeling achy, groggy, or heavier without realizing their nighttime health hack might be part of the problem. The solution isn't to avoid olive oil, it's to use it wisely. Timing is everything. Shift olive oil into your daytime routine, pair it with vegetables or protein, and keep the portion modest. Doing this transforms olive oil from a nighttime burden into a daytime ally, helping you absorb key vitamins, lower inflammation, and protect your heart and brain. Here's the empowering truth. Every choice you make after 60 is like an investment in your independence. Something as small as when you take olive oil can be the difference between restless nights and refreshing mornings, between stiff joints and smoother movement, between feeling foggy or feeling sharp. Now, I promised you a bonus tip. All researchers have found that combining extra virgin olive oil with omega-3 rich foods like salmon or sardines creates a synergistic effect that protects brain cells and lowers dementia risk. In fact, a 2022 study showed seniors who paired olive oil with fatty fish had up to 35% lower risk of cognitive decline compared to those who consumed them separately. That's the power of smart combinations. So here are your action steps. Stop drinking olive oil straight at night. Use it during the day, preferably with lunch. Pair it with vegetables and omega-3s for maximum benefit. Keep your portions to 1-2 tablespoons daily. And remember, it's never too late to change one small habit and see big results. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these insights surprised you most? Will you change the timing of when you take olive oil? What's your favorite way to use it? In salad, on fish, or maybe drizzled over veggies? Drop your answers in the comments. Your story could help another senior watching this tonight. And don't forget, subscribe. Without it, YouTube won't remind you of the next breakthrough. Like, because every like helps spread this message to more seniors who need it. Comment. Your words might inspire someone else to take back their health. Stay strong, stay curious, and remember, health isn't about perfection. It's about making smarter choices that keep you independent.